601 new this morning for workers who are looking to upskill or complete certifications for a job. Finding time can be a challenge.
Yeah, Culver-Stockton College has a new program designed to make it more convenient for adults to learn the skills they need to advance. WGEM's Ryan Hill joins us with more on the program. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. Now, Culver-Stockton College has launched the Career Online Resources in Education, or CORE program. College officials say this program looks to fit into the workers' busy schedule and advance their careers. The interim dean of graduate and professional studies says the new programs are all online. They're designed to help employees learn new skills and meet prerequisites for certifications. It says the upskilling classes cover skills such as building a website and the basics of Excel, among other office skills. The certifications can cover education for pharmacy technicians or energy jobs. It says these courses are meant to be flexible and affordable for all workers looking to expand their career.
Upwards of 79% of adult learners, when they're looking for a program, the two most important things to them is how quickly can I do it and how inexpensively can I do it. And these programs allow you to do just that. They're quick, they're flexible, and they're inexpensive.
Hoffman says there's over 400 different types of certification classes for people to take and over 800 different types of upskilling classes. He says the classes can range from a few weeks to a few months depending on the content and type of class. Culver's provost says the courses like these can benefit area businesses and the economy. We'll have more on that in the next half hour. Back to you, Natalie.
Ryan, thank you. You can find a list of the courses offered on this story at WGEM.com.
If you're looking for work happening tomorrow, an event offers an important opportunity.
Doyle Equipment and Manufacturing hosts their